I want to ask you something, and I need you to be really honest with yourself when you answer it. How many times have you talked yourself out of starting something? An online business, a new career, a creative project? Because somewhere in the back of your mind, a little voice whispered, "You're too old for this." Maybe it wasn't even a whisper, maybe it was loud, maybe it was the first thought you had when you saw a young entrepreneur on your screen making money online and you thought, that ship has sailed for me. I'm here today to tell you, with everything I have, that voice is lying to you. Not only are you not too old, you're actually more qualified than almost anyone starting out online right now. And by the end of this video, I'm going to prove it to you. If you are new here, welcome beautiful. I'm Yes Mina and this channel is your home if you are a woman over 40 who is ready to build something of her own online. Hit subscribe, I show up every week just for you. Now let's get into this. Before I get into why you are more qualified than you think, I want to sit with you for a moment in the feeling that brought you to this video. Because I know that feeling, I have lived it. It is that quiet nagging sense that everyone else has figured something out that you somehow missed. You scroll through social media and you see young women, 25, 28, maybe 30, building businesses, making money, living freely. And instead of feeling inspired, you feel left behind. You think, if I was going to do something like this, I should have started 10 years ago. Or maybe you did try to start something. You watched a few videos, you got excited, you opened your laptop, and then the tech overwhelmed you, or the self-doubt crept in. Or someone in your life, maybe even someone you love, said something like, "Isn't that a bit risky at your age?" And just like that, the dream got quietly folded up and put away. I see you, and I want you to know that experience does not mean you are too old. It means you have not yet been shown the truth about what you actually bring to the table. And here is why that feeling makes complete sense. We live in a culture that worships youth, especially online. The algorithms favor the young, the loud, the flashy. The online business world has been marketed almost exclusively to people in their 20s and 30s. So of course, when you look at that world, you feel like an outsider. You were never shown a seat at the table. Nobody held up a mirror and said, "Hey, your experience, your wisdom, your decades of real-world knowledge, that is exactly what the online world is missing." But here is the truth that nobody is telling you. The online world is absolutely saturated with young, inexperienced voices all saying the same thing. And the audience, the real, paying audience, is desperately searching for someone with depth, with credibility, with lived experience. They are searching for someone like you. I want to completely reframe the way you see your age. Right now, in this video, stop seeing your age as the number of years you have left behind. Start seeing it as the number of years of qualification you have built up. Because that is exactly what it is. Every job you have ever done, qualification. Every problem you have ever solved, qualification. Every relationship you have navigated, qualification. Every hardship you have survived, qualification. Every child you have raised, every budget you have managed, every difficult conversation you have had, qualification. You have been building your expertise for decades. You just have not been calling it that. A 25-year-old starting an online business is starting from theory, from books, from courses, from things they have read about but not yet lived. You are starting from experience, from wisdom, from scars that taught you something, from victories that shaped you. Tell me, which one do you think the world actually needs more of right now? Let me show you exactly who you are more qualified than you think. I'm going to walk you through 5 specific advantages that women over 40 have that younger entrepreneurs simply do not. First advantage, you have real credibility. The number one thing that makes people buy from someone online is trust. And trust is built through credibility. Credibility comes from experience, from having actually done the thing, from having lived through the challenges your audience is facing right now. When a 52-year-old woman talks about navigating a career change, she has lived it. When she talks about managing a household on a tight budget, She has done it. When she talks about rebuilding confidence after a difficult season of life, she has been there. That's not something you can fake. That's not something you can learn from a course. This is earned, and your audience can feel the difference. Your credibility is your greatest marketing tool, and you have been building it your entire life. Advantage number 2. You know how to solve real problems. Here is something that most young entrepreneurs struggle with enormously: problem solving under pressure. You have been doing that for decades. You have managed crises. You have made hard decisions with limited information. You have figured things out when there was no manual, no YouTube tutorial, no one to ask. That ability to stay calm, think clearly, and find solutions is incredibly rare in the online business world, and it is something your clients and customers will feel from the very first interaction with you. You are not someone who panics when things go wrong. You are someone who figures it out. That is an extraordinary business skill. Advantage number 3. You have emotional intelligence. One of the most underrated skills in online business is emotional intelligence. The ability to truly understand people, to listen, to empathize, to communicate in a way that makes someone feel genuinely heard and supported. This is something that takes years, sometimes decades to develop, and you have it in abundance. Think about every difficult conversation you have navigated, every relationship you have maintained, every time you have had to read a room, manage emotions, your own and someone else's, and find a way through. That emotional intelligence translates directly into business, into how you show up for your clients, into how you write your content, into how you build a community that people never want to leave. It's not a soft skill, it's a superpower. Advantage number 4. You know who you are. Here is one of the biggest challenges for young entrepreneurs: identity. They are still figuring out who they are, what they stand for, what they believe in. That uncertainty shows up in their content, in their messaging, in the way they show up online, inconsistently chasing trends, changing direction every few months. You do not have that problem. You know who you are. You know what you value. You know what you will and will not stand for. You have a point of view that has been shaped by real life, not by what is trending on social media this week. That clarity, that groundedness is magnetic online. People are drawn to someone who knows exactly who they are and speaks from that place without apology. That is you. Advantage number 5. You have a built-in audience. And finally, this one surprises people every single time I say, you already have an audience. You just have not thought of them that way yet. Every woman over 40 who is searching for answers online about starting a business, about finding purpose, about making money from home, about feeling relevant and capable in a digital world, she's looking for someone who gets her. Not a 25-year-old guru, not someone who has never experienced what she is going through. She is looking for you, someone who has lived her life, who speaks her language, who understands her fears because they were your fears too. That audience is enormous. It is underserved, and it is waiting for you to show up. I want to share something personal with you. There was a moment not that long ago where I almost didn't start, where I almost let that voice win, the one that said I was too old, too late, too ordinary to build something online. And I think about what would have happened if I had listened to it. I think about all the women I would never have met, all the messages I would never have received from women who said, "Your video changes everything for me. I finally believe I can do this." I think about all the businesses that would never have been started, all the income that would never have been earned, all the confidence that would never have been found. And it breaks my heart because I know there are women watching this right now who are one decision away from all of that. One decision to stop listening to the voice that says, "You are too old." One decision to start seeing yourself the way I see you, as someone who is not behind, someone who is not too late, someone who is in fact more qualified than she has ever given herself credit for. That decision is yours to make, and I hope with everything I have that you make it today. So here is what I want you to do right now. In the comments below, I want you to write down one thing from your life experience that you have never thought of as a qualification but actually is. One skill, one experience, one thing you know how to do that someone else desperately needs. Write it below because I want you to see it written down. I want you to claim it, and I want this community to celebrate it with you because you are not too old, beautiful. You are not too late. You are not too ordinary. You are exactly what the online world has been waiting for. Share this video with a woman in your life who needs to hear this today. You might just be the reason she finally starts. I will see you in the next video. If you want to know exactly which online business is the perfect fit for women with your experience and background, I have a video right here that walks you through 5 beginner-friendly options with zero tech required. Go watch that next, and make sure you are subscribed so you never miss a new video. I will see you there.